It is 7:18 a.m. and I'm heading back home and my mom wants to say goodbye.
Bye-bye, honey.
Alright, see you guys at home. Good morning. Oh my gosh. It is sometime after 8 a.m. and I'm making myself tomato soup. And grilled cheese sandwich. I know, it's carbs, but I got nothing else to eat and I'm hungry. The bread I'm using is keto. It's keto bread. Tomato soup looks good. I don't have any place to put you guys where I can film because this pot is like that big. So you just seen my face. You hear that? That's the toasted bread. I gotta add more oil. I've run out of oil. That's good. I'm using Progresso, which I always thought it was Progressive. It's Progresso. That's the car insurance. Progresso, creamy tomato, and basil. So I forgot to mention that when I returned home from my parents, 3 more gifts arrived. One of them is for my brother, another one is for my dad, and the third one is for my dad, but it's on my mom's behalf. She wanted to get it, so I got it, and he'll open it on Christmas. Duh! So I went to the grocery store and I got myself a Red Bull. I was running low on energy today already, and it's only noon. So I am making the rest of the cookies that were in the refrigerator, and it turns out that the entire batch of dough is extremely crumbly, and I may have made it wrong. It's a little frustrating, but you know. What can you do? And what kind of sucks the most is the fact that I threw away the little amount of powdered sugar I had, so I have to use flour. That might taste a little floury when it's done, so I'm mixing it with a little bit of granulated sugar, and it's kind of helping. But I can't use the rolling pin to roll it out because it just crumbles it. So I have to use my hand. So my mom really likes the Angels, so I have to work extra hard to crush it out so that the Angel fits. A lot of flour on it. It's okay, I'm using store-bought icing, so it's probably going to balance out that whatever flour gives out the flavor-wise. So what I do with the dough that I can't roll out all the way to put a shape in, I crush it into a circle and I plop it in some sugar. So it's kind of like a sugar-coated circle. So I have an angel cut out, snowman cut out, and a train cut out. Oh, hello. You guys can see just how crumbly this dough is. As I'm squeezing it, it's just falling apart. I don't know what's wrong with this dough. I think what happened, and I know you guys saw it in the video, was the butter, most of it was melted when I tipped it in, it just poured. I think that's what happened, is that it wasn't left in room temperature correctly. I kind of zapped it, and it just made the dough so crumbly, like biscuits. The cookies actually went into the oven for 5 minutes. I'm gonna clean up as fast as I can. That's all the dough. It's literally one sheet, and it's not like tightly packed. It's just kind of just thrown on there. I just couldn't get enough rolled out to make a lot, so. Alright, so I have the icing. It's too close to Christmas for the stores to be stocked with all the icing I need. So I bought 2 different brands. I bought blue and red in Betty Crocker. They have little tips on them, so that's convenient. These are from Cake Mate. This is green and white. They don't have tips, so I'm going to have to open them up and put them in to the bags that I've been using. Oop, cookies are done. Smells good. Here's the green. I think I'm supposed to actually, I don't know. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. That's how you get out. How is anyone supposed to decorate with this anyway? So I have been struggling. I broke the piping bag because that was squeezing so hard. You see it coming out? This is such a disaster. Since I broke it, I guess I'm gonna have to use it all. Or put it all in here. Gosh, it's hard. The taste of the icing is the same flavor as like vanilla frosting. Even the green, which I don't know what kind of flavor green would be, but I feel like my family's gonna like eat the entire thing of cookies. So this, I think this hardens in 4 minutes. So it says wait approximately 4 hours before stacking cookies. Trust me, these cookies will not be here in 4 hours. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it gives me 3 lines to cut. There's like the tip, the middle, and then the back. That makes any sense. I'm gonna cut. Perfect. I don't know where that tip went. Oh, there it is. Right. Ooh, it's like a. Well, this will take forever. This is kind of like a almost gel looking. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the couch corner with the Christmas tree in the background. So I have zero idea if I have a lot of footage or not. I don't remember what I filmed, but we shall see. It might be a short video today. I do realize that I did not film the cookies after I had finished decorating them. I think that I'm just like really done with cookies. I mean, I've done cookies last week and then this week twice over the weekend, so I was just like, oh good, they're done, and then just kind of left. Anyway, let's continue on with our Bible reading. If I can find where I'm at, I think I went to, here we are. Okay. 1 Timothy chapter, I think we're on chapter 3. Yes. Chapter 3 of 1 Timothy. This is a true saying, if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? That, I think, is so true, and it still stands true today. There are so many people out there that have absolutely no control over their own children, but yet they think they have control over the church. If you don't have rules and regulations, if you will, in the house, how do you have rules and regulations in the house of God? Ponder on that for a second. Not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. Likewise must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy of filthy lucre. Now, I don't know if deacons then is deacons now, because, excuse me, my ear itches. My grandfather was a deacon in the church, and he was never double-tongued. He, in fact, never drank, and he wasn't greedy, so he's a good deacon. Verse 9. Holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience, and let these also first be proved. Then let them use the office of a deacon, being found blameless. Even so must their wives be grave, not slanderers, sober, faithful in all things. Let the deacons be the husbands of one wife, ruling their children and their own houses well. For they have used the office of a deacon well purchased to themselves a good degree, and great boldness in faith. And great boldness in the faith, and great boldness in the faith which is in Christ Jesus. These things write I unto thee, hoping to come unto thee shortly. But if I tarry long, that thou mayest know how thou oughtest to behave thyself in the house of God. I mean, if you think about the churches in Revelation, all the churches that are warned, one of the churches that is warned the most is Laodicea, because they were not living or not behaving themselves in the house of God. They were kind of lukewarm. And there are so many churches out there. There have been many, I won't say many, but there was one church in particular that my parents and I and my brother attended to that kind of got a little bit sidetracked. I wouldn't say as far as Laodicea, but if it did come to that point, we didn't want to be involved, so we kind of stepped out of that church. And there are so many churches out there that are like that. So let me back up to verse 15 again. But if I tarry long, that thou mayest know how thou oughtest to behave thyself in the house of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and ground of the truth. And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifest in the flesh, justified in the Spirit, seen of angels, preached unto the Gentiles, which is me, I'm a Gentile, believed on in the world, received up into glory. That was really good. In fact, the little title here, it actually says qualifications for bishops. And I think that bishops really comes down to anyone that leads the church. Bishops, preachers, I can go deeper into that. I know there's fathers, which is in the Catholic. I was raised in the Baptist church, so it's pastor. Alright, so tomorrow we will read chapter 4, which the little title on top of it says, Paul's warnings of false teachers. That I have so much to say tomorrow about that. Anyway, you guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.